Hey there, champs. Welcome back to Stardew Valley. It's great to have you back. Let's visit the farm again, shall we? Have you remembered to eat? Drink plenty enough water? If you're on any medication, don't forget to take it on time. If you remember, this is Stardew Valley Expanded. I'll provide a link in the description below. Oh, look at that. It's raining. Oh, Wednesday. Gotta learn what my fortune is. Well, look at that. Spirits are in good humor. You know what? I'm in great humor because you're all here with me. Now, the beautiful thing about the rain is everything's watered. So why don't we take our time today and just sort of clean up around here? You know, I know some of my viewers may be on medication. You know what? There's nothing wrong with that. Everyone's a little different. You know what? It's each of those differences that makes the world a great place. So I'm happy to have you, just the way you are. And I hope that you'll learn to love yourself, just the way you are. Now, you may think you want to change, and that's okay too. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of change. But that change is a part of you. And so ultimately, it's about you doing what makes you happy. And look at that, a geode. And you know what? We have enough to make a little chest for ourselves. So let's sell that daffodil and make ourselves a little chest. Keep our things nice and neat and organized, shall we? Look at that. We discovered a geode for the first time. Eventually, we'll have to take that to Clint the blacksmith. He'll open it up, and maybe there's a treasure inside. Or maybe not. You know, sometimes life is full of both surprises and disappointments. And it's really about learning how to handle those disappointments. Because they'll come, no matter what. But life moseys on along. And it's important to find a way for you to mosey along as well. Now, it's okay to feel sad. It's a normal spectrum of the human emotion. But it's about using that sad energy and doing something. Maybe you like to paint when you're sad. Maybe you like to do a podcast. A little poetry, maybe. Sometimes it's about going to your pet and just loving them. Turning that sadness into a hug. A kiss, or just a show of expression that explains how well you care for yourself and others. And it's okay too if you use that moment to just get yourself a little bit of ice cream. Remember, I know each and every one of you champs is capable of doing something amazing. And sometimes that amazing thing needs to be only directed at you. And you know what? That's okay. Because you are worth it. Never forget that. When the whole world feels like they're coming down on you, when you feel like you're just backed into a corner and you've got no one else, come back here. And I'll be here for you. Because there's just so many great things about you that I wouldn't think about changing. There. Look at that. A whole nother section, nice and neat. Now, I know for a fact that Pierre isn't open today, so even if I plowed the land, I couldn't get more seeds. So why don't we take this time to take a look around the farm? Or, as best we can. It's still a little messy, so we gotta be careful about what we do and where we go. Look at that. We're full already. Let's make another chest. This time we'll reserve it specifically for earthenware. Well, I guess it's not earthenware if it's not a pot yet. But we'll keep it for dirt stuff. Earth stuff. And it's very apt that you should all explore this mod with me. Just as I explore this world, I'd like each of you to explore something about yourself. Look at that, a nice little bridge. Well, here we are at the southern part, where Marnie is. And as you explore yourself, ask yourself what it really means to do your best. Are you stopping halfway because you've reached your limit? Or are you stopping halfway because you can't take the exhaustion and embarrassment? It's not always easy to give your best. And what your limit is one day could change the next day. So it's always important to know, what are you feeling that day? Yep, inventory's a little full, so let's go back and clean all this up for now. But I hope I don't ramble too much for you all. I want you all to enjoy this as much as I enjoy talking to you. You're all very special in your own unique way. And you definitely must never forget that you are great just by being you. And I wouldn't have you any other way. Now, I know some of you may recognize that quote. Fred Rogers was an amazing person. And expression of the self, expression of love, care, and support are always needed. No matter how big or small you may feel, or how big or small the world may feel, there's always room for just a little smile, either for yourself or for your friend. So I smile to you today, my friends. Oh, hi there. The desert is a very warm place, so I'm sure your friend Sandy has a very warm heart. Just like you, Emily. Oh, well, in case you're all not familiar, the bus to the desert is broken, and our job in this game is to make sure it works. So we'll get that up and running for you, Emily, so you can visit your friend. Do you like that? The little pitter-patter of rain and the footsteps on the cobblestone? It's a very pleasant day. Rain may seem a little down to some people, but think of it as rejuvenating the land. Oh, hi, Pam. We'll get right on that, Pam. Don't you worry. Now, if you are going to pitter-patter in the rain like this, be sure to take care of yourself. People can get sick. Hey, look. It's one of the community gardens. Now, we can't pick anything. first and foremost, the mod doesn't let us. And since we run our own farm, I think we'll be okay ourselves. So let's save this for the community. But as I was saying, if you're going to pitter-patter in the rain like this, make sure you dry off well afterwards and stay warm. Fun's fun, but I'd hate to see any of you get sick. It was fine, Lewis. I had a great sleep. How about you? Look at that, a little clam. Hi, Willie. Hi, Sebastian. That is cool. You know what? You're cool too. Oh dear. I used to remember going to the ocean as a child. And digging for clams. I don't really do that much nowadays, but it was very fun. Very tasty. And if you're a vegetarian or otherwise find it offensive I ate animal meat, you know what? I'm terribly sorry that I upset you. But I hope you'll find in your heart to forgive me. After all, it's a lifestyle choice. And I respect yours no matter what. I just hope you're all making the best choices you can possibly make. And sometimes you'll make mistakes. But that's okay. Because it's not so much about making the mistake as it is learning from it. And I know you must have heard that a million times. I'm not the first person to say it. But I definitely think that if you can take a moment where you did not achieve what you'd hope you'd achieve, take a moment to just think about why that happened. For example, if you didn't land that job, was it because of your resume or during the interview? If you get nervous at an interview and start saying things you should not, or stutter more than you'd like, it can sometimes help just to have a friend talk to you. Work through your script, your internal monologue. And truly, there's no other way than getting more confident in yourself than through practice. So practice to your heart's content. Find out your flaws and don't be afraid of them. It's not about having a flaw. It's about knowing who you are and then achieving your best. Because if you can do that, you can do anything. And I know my champs can do anything. So don't hang up the mantle when you think you've reached your end. Stop and wonder, what more could there be? Exactly, my little frog friend. But know that no matter what happens, you can always come back here to me. And every time I'll greet you the same way, as my favorite champ. Oh, looks like we're full again. And you know what? It's getting late as it is, so we should probably start heading off to bed now. Out of energy and out of pretty much everything. And this is a good euphemism, you know? I spend one day cutting grass, breaking rocks, and cutting trees, and I'm completely worn out. But as I get better, things get easier. And that's only because of practice. So you guys practice as well. Take breaks in between, but never forget to achieve your very, very best. Because I know that you can do it. And I know I only believe in champs. Hey, you know what? Thanks for joining me on Stardew Valley Expanded. I'll see you next time. Have a great day.